Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Oh, happy hot topic.
Well, I thought, since we had kind of a downer segment, about everything that happened at that Little League game, I thought we needed to cheer up a little bit, because life is very short, and you can look at life in a very negative way, or you can appreciate it. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhoppyradio@gmail.com. But for everybody out there who's in a bad mood, Bill Withers is about to change that. If you guys want to ask me anything or get to know me, 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhoppyradio@gmail.com. So I'm going to break this up into two segments so that the commercial break is not too long going into Roger and JP. Anybody out there, where was the weirdest place you were given divorce papers or any other type of papers from your ex? Because Olivia Wilde, oh man.
A shocking moment on stage for actor-director Olivia Wilde. Wilde was addressing thousands of film industry insiders when someone interrupted her to deliver a mysterious manila envelope. After some initial confusion, she went ahead with her presentation while the audience speculated over what could be inside.
She should have just embraced it and I don't know what type of play she was doing or what she was doing. But when you're not talking about it, you're letting it get to you and you're showing that it should be talked about. But if she was like, oh, this is from, I don't know, a laundromat I'm going to buy, something really bizarre, it wouldn't have been a big deal. That's what I don't get about anybody that responds to things on social media or any of the celebrities that care. When you make something a bigger thing, it's going to be a bigger thing. You know what I mean? But if you ignore it and just accept the pain and deal with it, you're going to be golden.
The envelope, marked personal and confidential, actually contained legal documents from her ex, Ted Lasso star Jason Sudeikis.
The Ted Lasso welcome wagon has arrived.
I don't know, man. I didn't think Ted Lasso was that good. I thought Ted Lasso was kind of similar to The Office and Parks and Rec and 30 Rock, where it's it's just too popular. You know what I mean? I don't know. That might make me sound like a douche or a wannabe, oh, I can't watch something that's popular. But I watched Ted Lasso, and I watched 7 episodes. I was like, I'm good.
Sources close to Jason Sudeikis tell NBC News that the documents were drawn up to establish jurisdiction related to the children of Ms. Wilde and Mr. Sudeikis. Wilde and Sudeikis broke off their engagement in November of 2020 after 9 years together. They share 2 children, 8-year-old Otis and 5-year-old Daisy. Last year, after winning Best Comedy Series for Ted Lasso at the Critics' Choice Awards, Sudeikis gave his ex-fiancée a shout-out.
I want to thank my kids, Otis and Daisy. I want to thank their mom, Otis and Daisy's mom, Olivia, who had the initial idea to do this as a TV show.
On Tuesday, Wilde was at CinemaCon in Las Vegas to debut the trailer for her new film, Don't Worry, Darling, starring her current boyfriend, singer Harry Styles.
Don't worry, no one's going to see it.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Oh, happy hot topic.
Welcome back. thank you for sitting through the break. I just didn't think it was fair because you have to like double up the commercials, and it would have been an 11-minute commercial break into Roger and JP, and I just didn't think that was fair for the best midday show in radio. You can call me though. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. I just came back to break. If you're listening, of course you are. That was 30 seconds ago with Notorious B.I.G. Give Money, and I'm playing the one that says clean radio at it. And I've played this 1,000 times on Migs and Swig and Mike O, and it's clean. But let me tell you, YouTube, their definition of clean is not FM radio, so I never usually play the full thing because I'm always afraid, you know. You can never be too safe. All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, so I was a young private in the Army and just got told that I was being deployed to war for the first time. And I called my wife. I said, hey, I'm getting deployed. She said, I filed for divorce.
Damn. So what's the first emotion that goes through your head during that?
At first I was sad, disappointed. And then I thought, wow, if that's her response, then she's doing me a favor. Good riddance.
Hell yeah, bro. How long did you serve?
13 years.
Let me just tell you, and this is for you. First of all, what's your name? Chris, and this is for anybody else that serves out there. You guys are the ultimate superheroes. I am the biggest wussy. And I'm not talking myself down, but I would not survive serving. And everybody out there that served for America, if it was for 1 year or if it was for 13 years like you, sir, I cannot thank you enough, man. You guys make us proud. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'll speak just for myself. Everybody has their own reason to serve. I would like to say that I had some altruistic reason defending freedom, but really, man, I grew up poor, white trash, and I was just trying to make a future for myself. And the military was the best option. I thought, it was pretty much the best mistake I ever made. I'm a 100% disabled veteran now, and my kids are taken care of in a way I never could have because of the VA. So,
what's the one thing you did not expect?
In the military?
Yeah, like going in, what was one thing that you never would have thought would happen or would have been there? You know what I mean? Like, what's one thing that nobody knows about when you're serving?
The intense amount of racism and separatism by the races off work.
I can see that. I could definitely see that. The other thing I've heard, my dad served in the Navy, and he said when he went to different towns, and I'm not saying towns like a town of 5 people, that's a Midwest term. When he went to different cities, he said it was weird how it was different culture. Like he told me when he went to Philadelphia that one block was safe and the next block was like a bad neighborhood. And that's what I find unique about serving is that you get to go to different places. Me, I've been in St. Pete for 7 years, and then I was in Chicago for 21. So I really haven't, gone anywhere.
Yeah, you certainly see the joke is you see the world. The Navy sees it from 100 yards offshore. The Army, you see it from laying on the ground in the prone position. Air Force, you see the world from 10,000 feet in the sky. You see the world, but there's always the military has a very unique way of taking the fun and joy out of every single aspect of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just saying.
No. I'll let you go, sir. Thank you. My grandpa. Now, I'll never know how accurate this was. He claims he was a 3-time Purple Heart veteran, but I think he was kind of flexing to make me think he was a cool grandpa. But he definitely was like a Navy SEAL in World War II. But he was like, oh, I got 3 Purple Hearts, but because my whole team wasn't going to get a Purple Heart, I didn't want it. So I'll never know. And the guy's been dead for 12 years. But I will say, I remember one of the last few weeks that my grandpa was alive. So this is probably August 2010, September 2010. I remember he was accusing the nurses of like whipping him and hanging him. And he essentially was talking about being a prisoner of war. And the look in my grandpa's eyes, you can watch any horror movie. You can watch Saw. You can watch any of the movies that are out in the movie theaters. nothing will ever be as frightening as when you see somebody who served in World War II and they got a little bit of dementia and the old person thing, and their memories are becoming more real, where they think it's happening and they're just seeing their life flash before their eyes. And you're like, oh my goodness, are they heroes? Because like, I never complain about getting up in the morning, but this morning I got up at 4:20, hell yeah. And I usually get up at 4:55, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And then I think about all the people that served for America, and I think about everybody out there that puts their body on the line. I'm sitting here, as some people will say, and I'm a button pusher, but I'm not. So 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. Thank you to that last guy for the call, and thank you to everybody for listening. Up next is Roger and JP. Then it's Drew Garabo Live, A Cat Named Mo, and then Johnny B. And then let me just tell you about this Saturday's programming, because because Calta will be in Best Of tomorrow. So Saturday from 5 to 8 a.m., Tampa Bay Fishing Radio. Then it's this great show, the Attorney Patrick Smith Show from 8 to 9. Then it's the Best of Ask the Dom from 9 to 10. Weekly Checkup from 10 to 11. 11 to 2 is Migs and Swig. And then Mike O is from 2 to 4. And you can win money 5 times a day. You have your chance. 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5. It is the Bone bonus. You can hear Galvin's news on the Mike Calta Show page at theboneonline.com or on the 1025 The Bone app, which you can get in the Google Play and Apple Shop by searching, once again, 1025 The Bone. And if your favorite talk show is in a commercial break and you want to check out my show, it's not hard, it's not rocket science. I feel like such a whore whenever I promote my work, because I believe people will find it if they want to. Like, if you have to over-promote, you're a slut. But I'm a slut. Go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Amazon, basically every single platform that has a podcast, and search up Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio. You can tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And I do get a lot of emails from older people, so I definitely want to hear from you guys. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. And let me just take a quick second to give Mike Calta a shout out. Let me tell you, there are not a lot of people on radio that are as cool and as generous as that man. He has been very generous giving me this hour to host my show, and he's been a great friend. In about 7 days, I will have been at the Bone for 7 years. The time has flown, and I cannot thank everyone enough for the love and the hate.
Hoppe Hour. It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Truck Month at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Wesley Chapel. Now through April 30th, buy any new